guys, it's your boy Arm. We're back with another review. We're reviewing the highly anticipated only MCU movie to come out in 2024, Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool and Wolverine is directed by Sean Levy. If you guys don't know who that is, Sean Levy actually did the movie Free Guy, which in my review I actually said Free Guy was like a PG-13 Deadpool. So the movie stars Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, we have Matthew McFadden as Mr. Paradox, we have Emma Corrin playing Cassandra Nova, who is the twin sister of Professor Xavier. We also have the old cast is back, Peter, Rob Delaney, we have Morena Baccarin back as Vanessa, we have Brianna Hildebrand back as Negasonic Teenage Warhead, we have Colossus, and we have, as the trailer showed, Daphne Keane is back in this movie because this movie does start after Logan. The movie is based in Deadpool's universe, which is confirmed to be the same universe as Logan, which is the Fox universe. As you guys know, Disney acquired Fox a few years ago, around the time I think Endgame and Infinity War was coming out. This is a huge thing because Disney has access back to the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. The only characters that they don't have full access to, like main characters that we know of, is Hulk and Spider-Man. But they have a deal with Sony to use Spider-Man and different characters. They also have a deal with Universal that they can't make a Hulk solo movie, which is why we haven't had any. But we have Hulk in different movies, such as Captain America Brave New World coming up, where we have Red Hulk. In this movie, Deadpool is feeling a sense of trying to be an actual hero, trying to matter, since you know he's an anti-hero / kind of a villain because he just goes around killing a lot of people. He was a mercenary before this, similar to Wolverine, who was a weapon of war. That's why they called him Weapon X. Deadpool in this movie goes around with Cable's time travel device that we saw at the end of Deadpool 2. And he went and he saved everybody from that movie. But he still doesn't feel fulfilled. He has all the characters from the other movie that passed away, Shatterstar, so on and so forth. Terry Crews isn't in this movie, just notice that. But he has those characters from X-Force and the characters that he cares about, such as Dopinder, Blind Owl, Peter, but he's not fulfilled. The movie then starts from the Logan universe, where he actually goes to Logan's grave because he does not believe that Logan is actually dead. If you watch the other Deadpool movies, the movie makes sense that this movie is Deadpool and Wolverine because each movie had references to him saying like F Wolverine and this and that, because the Wolverine movies, one, Deadpool and Wolverine are similar characters. They work together. If you've seen X-Men Origins and you know their origins, and they have basically the same kind of experiments ran on them. But also, running concurrent to his movies, they were kind of in a friendly competition. And fun fact, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this now, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have been best friends for years. So they take shots at each other all the time. So it makes sense that I'm happy this movie is finally being made. So in this movie, Deadpool actually gets captured by the TVA. If you've seen Loki season 1 and 2, you know who the TVA is. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. Deadpool gets captured by the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, and they let him know, hey, you're special, we want to keep you, but your Fox universe is dying because, just like the beginning of Deadpool 2, since Logan died, he was the anchor being, which is the important person in that universe. Now, because of him dying, which is a callback to Deadpool 2 and a callback to Logan, Deadpool's universe is dying anyway. So he saved all those people for nothing. And they're like, you can stay, but your universe is going to be gone. So everything you did doesn't matter anymore. But we'll put you in the MCU. And for him, he's like, hey, that's not good. So he jumps off and he goes and tries to find a Wolverine to replace Logan, who died in 2017's Logan. As you guys have seen in the final trailer, the final Deadpool and Wolverine trailer, if you've seen it, this movie does have an emotional tinge to it. It's not just, a lot of critics have been saying, it does have a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is 79% of critics approved it. But it's not just some cookie cutter cameo fest movie. if you care about these characters, you've seen the previous Deadpool movies, you've seen the previous Fox movies, there is that emotional weight there. I'm going to talk about one gripe I have. I don't like when movies and movie critics, I don't like when they talk about how a movie isn't deep and there isn't any depth when they haven't watched or seen certain things. If you've seen and you care about the Fox universe, this movie is pretty deep. If you care about Wolverine and Deadpool, it's very deep. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds embody these characters, not just for jokes, not just for the action. They embody what these characters represent and who they are. This is the best portrayals of them that you will ever see, because if you see them in any other movies such as Secret Wars or something down the line, you won't have as much time. This is a character piece for these two characters and all the characters associated with it. The movie, as I said, Deadpool goes to different universes to see Wolverine. I'm not going to spoil this part for you. If you're a Wolverine fan, you kind of have an idea of what you're going to see, and let's just say they provided everything that we've been looking for. After he finds the lowest Wolverine, which he finds him in a bar, he's down and out, he failed his whole universe. As you remember in Logan, Charles Xavier ended up killing all the mutants. Wolverine had a similar situation to this, but it was his fault this time. He brings that Wolverine back to the TVA. They're like, you brought us the worst one. You can't use him to replace Logan. That's not gonna happen. So Deadpool gets mad. They prune him, which if you've seen Loki season 1 and 2, that means you go to the Void, which is a space at the end of time before the actual end of time. There is a creature in the Void called a Goliath who eats anything in the Void that doesn't get away from him. Everything else just lives there. In the Void, Wolverine and Deadpool get pruned. They fight. They get into it really bad. They get attacked by the old Fox mutants, Toad, Sabretooth, all the people from the original X-Men movie, X2. They attack them, they capture them. This movie has its first cameo, which is really big. Our boy Chris Evans, Captain America. He actually doesn't end up being Captain America. That's all I'm gonna say. So they move on. They meet Cassandra Nova, which is the twin sister of Professor Xavier. She's evil. She's like, hey, you guys suck. I'm gonna kill you guys. And it's way more than that. It's deeper than that. But that's kind of how it goes. They're like, no, we're gonna get away. They escape, and they end up meeting different variants of Deadpool. Dogpool and Nicepool. Nicepool is literally just Ryan Reynolds with no powers, with a Deadpool suit on, with long hair. Hilarious. Amazing. They get in the minivan. They have the best fight scene of the movie, which is, every fight scene in this movie is phenomenal. The choreography, the acting in every scene, amazing. But every fight scene is very great, very brutal. Especially the opening sequence of this movie is literally Deadpool killing a bunch of TVA agents with the dead bones of Wolverine's skeleton to the choreography of Bye Bye Bye. So just that, it sounds as crazy as it is, but it's phenomenal the way they shot it. It's amazing. All the fights in this movie are great, except the Sabretooth one. It's really short. It's great, but it's short. That's all I'm going to say about that one. They go off, they fight all throughout the night, and they wake up, and someone took their minivan. They're in a new place. This part of the movie is where it matters about paying attention to the Fox universe and the characters you care about. This is Jennifer Garner's Elektra who shows up. It is Channing Tatum's Gambit, who never got to have a movie. He shows up. Loved it. Great. Amazing that they put him in this movie. Also, Daphne Keane, as we saw from the trailer, as X-23. She actually requested to be in the final trailer because she wanted to go to the premiere, which I actually respect that they did that. That's the whole reason why they spoiled that she's in the movie. But the last really big cameo in this movie is the guy who started it all, the guy whose movies were actually loved and led into the MCU becoming what it was, Wesley Snipes' Blade. Wesley Snipes in this movie as Blade. I love Mahershala Ali. I'm ready for the new Blade movie, but he shows that he has done it. He can still do it. and he's just on screen. He is Blade. He is that character. He's the guy that can get that done. They end up going and trying to fight Cassandra Nova so then they can get out and kind of leave a legacy, such as, because the Fox universe is dead, unless those characters go on to the MCU, which hasn't been confirmed, but the movie kind of hints towards it, those characters are done. Sad as it may be, more than 25 years of characters being in that universe. But they end up, Cassandra Nova escapes because Pyro ends up betraying her. And since he betrays her, she's like, I'm gonna go get the Paradox guy because he builds this thing called a Time Ripper so he can end Deadpool's timeline faster. They go out, Deadpool and Wolverine have to stop Cassandra Nova, and they have to save everybody and become the heroes that they've always wanted to become. There's plenty of action scenes in between this that are phenomenal. Every character in this movie gets their time to shine. We get the shots we've been waiting for as fans, and they have just done an amazing job with this movie, and it's phenomenal. I love when they use the same song from the trailer in the movie. They definitely use Like a Prayer by Madonna very creatively in this movie. They use it at multiple points. I love it. I'm so happy that they did it. All the other music in the movie is great. It's not like the soundtrack carries it and it's phenomenal, but it fits for the moments that it fits. The only critiques I would have about this movie, y'all know me, I like long movies. It's kind of short to me. It feels longer than it is. It's kind of short, but I think it's only 2 hours and like 5 minutes or something like that. Also, as a huge Loki fan, I don't like the fact that the TVA, so this is a different branch of the TVA. I like that they explained it like that, but it doesn't have our characters. I thought Mobius was going to be in it, which is Owen Wilson. I thought Loki was going to be in it, but if you've seen the end of season 2 of Loki, I can see how he will show up later on. He's not going to show up now. I'm not going to ruin that for you guys. But the TVA is definitely, I think the reason they may have changed things is because of everything that's going on with them moving away from Kang. And that probably is why they kind of like, let's just do a branch of the TVA. And I guess it's good marketing because it makes you want to go figure out what the TVA is. And then when you go watch Loki, they're way more fleshed out and they're it's not just a different branch, they operate differently. So watch that. But besides that, if you care about Deadpool and Wolverine, you're getting exactly what you want. You care about the Fox universe, you're getting what you want. But those are my only gripes I would say about the movie. Overall, I love the movie. There was a chance this movie could have been bad for me, but I like the other Deadpool movies, and I don't know if I've said this before, I was not a fan of Deadpool at all before those movies came out. So the fact that I like the Deadpool movies, you're making a third one, and you decided to finally put Wolverine in it and Hugh Jackman, loved it. Amazing. I think everybody should go see it. You already know I saw it in IMAX, you know me. But I think everybody should see it when they get a chance. The movie is phenomenal. It's definitely worth it if you care about these characters at all. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who your favorite characters are. Let me know if you were happy about the cameos. Let me know if you were disappointed about the cameos. I might make a video talking about my view on the cameos coming because the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been existing since 2008. They finally got access to all their characters. I am nowhere near against cameos because if you watch any game, you play any game, or you watch any show of Marvel, you know that characters pop up in universes like it's normal. It's not even a cameo thing. So the fact that they are doing this now is making me very happy as a fan. Let me know down below who your favorite characters were. Let me know your thoughts about the movie, how you guys felt. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and taking the time to watch this video. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.